Welcome, I'm John Charette, and if we've met in real life, you probably already know that I love talking money. I love learning how people make it, better understanding how they use it, and sharing my experiences with it. Today, I'd like to tell my story about bad debt, how I got caught up in it, and how it took me 10 years to become debt-free. When I say bad debt, I mean your typical overspending, student loans, motorcycles, partying too much, and, well, maybe some breast implants for my girlfriend. In 2004, my debt started, probably like most of you, with post-secondary education. I went to computer animation school. It was about tuition of $5,000 a year, plus living expenses, so I was in debt with OSAP about $25,000. Wait a sec, does OSAP still exist? OSAP. Nope, not that OSAP. What do we have here? OSAP. OSAP is the Ontario Student Assistance Program. They offer grants, student loans. It helps students get like prime plus 1 interest rate loan for people who can't afford post-secondary education. It really saved my butt. I'm not really sure I love the whole idea now, but that's a topic for another video. I'll leave a link down below to some more stuff on OSAP. Anyway, back to the story. It was in 2005 that I started my professional partying career. At that time, I was making about $45,000 a year at my first real IT job. I had purchased a car, a motorcycle, and spent far too much time pretending to be someone I wasn't. And don't get me wrong, it was one of the most fun, interesting times of my life, but it's what got me into trouble. Now's the perfect time. If you're enjoying this video, hit the like button. It really increases my chance that YouTube will share this and recommend it to others. Okay, back to the story. A couple more years go by and I bought an even faster motorcycle. The partying continued, and by late 2007, my 1992 Honda Civic crapped out and I needed new wheels. I was still making $45,000 a year and for some reason decided I could afford a brand new 2008 Honda Fit worth $23,000. With zero down on a 60-month loan, I was paying about $410 a month on the loan. So pause here. I mean, putting aside the high-speed motorcycles, I'm sure most of you can relate. A student loan, a car, some harmless partying, well, the partying didn't really stop. I mean, I did it on a budget. I was only going in debt about $200 a month, but it adds up. But then add my $4,000 a year motorcycle insurance, $2,500 a year car insurance, it can get out of hand quickly. My $45,000 a year couldn't cut it, and this is when I had to start putting things on my line of credit. I decided to consolidate my debt just so I got it all down to one easy payment. If you don't understand why I might want to do that, I did a video, I'll link it here, a few weeks ago explaining why you'd want to consolidate your debt. By this point, it's mid-2009, and I've accumulated, wait for it, $10,000 in partying debt. Thankfully, by then, the partying was getting out of my system, so that cost reduced itself quickly. It was around that time, though, that my girlfriend decided she wanted breast implants. She couldn't qualify for the $7,000 loan, so I offered to put it on my line of credit, and she would pay me $300 a month to pay it off. We broke up 6 months later. By 2011, I had finally landed a better IT job and I was making $70,000 a year and decided to consolidate the remainder of my debt. I added the remainder $8,000 of my OSAP and $18,000 of my car. I did this so that I could lower my debt to income ratio so that I could qualify for my first home. Here's a chart I created that compares my total debt load along with my line of credit over that 10-year period. If you'd like to learn more about lines of credits and why I did that, check out the video here. So finally, in mid-2012, I bought my first house, but within that purchase, I ended up spending and adding another $20,000 to my line of credit to house hack my home to turn it into a duplex. House hacking is when you split your single family resident home into a duplex so that you can earn some rental income while living there. I ended up renting out the 3-bedroom upstairs of my home for about $1,400 a month. It helped big time. 2 years later, I moved in with my new girlfriend, sold the house, paid off all of my debt, and had enough left over to buy her an engagement ring. Spoiler alert, she said yes. So that's my story with bad debt. If it wasn't for investing in my first home, none of this would be possible. I'm sure to this day I would still be paying it off. And it's a pretty scary thought. I still believe that real estate investing, if it wasn't for it, I wouldn't be where I am today. And it still is a valid choice. But I'm starting to second guess that with prices of houses increasing, skyrocketing so much. Is it still possible for someone at the age of 30 to buy a home and even house hack it? So that's it. That's my story. Please subscribe, stay tuned. I'll tell another video of how I was able to qualify for a $350,000 mortgage while carrying $45,000 of debt. Stay tuned.